Welcome back to Horrified. We're playing with the Inspector, the Mayor, the Professor, up against the Wolfman, Creature from Black Lagoon, and Dracula. So we're going to be starting off with our Inspector. She's got 4 actions. Our Mayor has 1 perk card, which is move each hero up to 2 spaces. So she can play that at any time. But we're going to start off with the Inspector. She's here at the camp, and she is going to do for her first action, she will pick up all of the items of the camp. So there's 3 yellow items here. She's got a flower, medallion, and a violin. So she's going to pick up all 3 of those for action number 1. I think she's going to spend a couple of those yellow tokens. We're going to go over to the Creature for the Black Lagoon's creature card, because on the camp, well, we'll just zoom down here and we'll explain how this works for Creature from Black Lagoon. So I hope this is going to focus nicely. Basically, again, this is an overlay for Creature for Black Lagoon. So we put the camp token on top of here when you're playing with them. You see the Creature from Black Lagoon icon there. And to solve, we can use a yellow, a red, or a blue to move the boat to the next X matching the color on the river. So basically we're sending out a boat expedition to find out where the Creature from the Black Lagoon is hanging out so that we can eventually take him out, take out his lair, get rid of him. So let's go over to Creature from Black Lagoon's board, and we're going to actually spend 2 tokens. So that'll be 2 more actions for our Inspector. So let's go over to the board and show you how that works. Alright, so here in the Creature from the Black Lagoon's board, you can see there's the boat token, and it's going to move down the river until it eventually gets to the lair. But it starts here, and by spending the first yellow token, we go to the first, down the river, we go to the first X, yellow X. And then we're going to spend the second token for our second action, and the boat's going to continue down the river till it gets to the next yellow X. So that's how we actually get the boat to the lair. That's how we're going to try to get it there anyway. So we've started a little bit on the expedition towards the finding the Creature from Black Lagoon's lair. Let's go back to the main board. Our Inspector has 1 more action left. And with our final action for the Inspector, I think what we are actually going to do is I think our Mayor is in fact going to use her card right now, move each hero up to 2 spaces. So we're going to go ahead and do that as the perk card. That doesn't cost an action or anything. It can be played on anybody's turn, anybody's hero's turn. So we are going to take the Professor, who's sitting here, and he's going to go 1-2 up to the camp. We're going to take the Inspector and go 1-2 down to the mansion. And then we're going to take the Mayor. The Mayor is going to go 1 space. What is she going to do? I think she's actually going to go 1-2 up to the end. You can't quite see that at the top of the board. And the characters that are with the players, the heroes, actually move with them if the player wants them to go with them. So they just tag along. Alright, so that was playing the perk card. Our Inspector has 1 more action left. Of course, she's going to scoop everything out of the mansion, which is going to be a couple of jewelry boxes, it looks like, and a telescope. So a blue item, 2 more yellow items, and that looks pretty good. First it looked like she was hunting for Dracula, and now it looks like she's gunning for the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So that's the end of the Inspector's turn. Of course, up next we're going to have an event card. Monster event card, and so let's see what happens. So we get 0 tokens on the board, and that doesn't help us. And we have Creature from Black Lagoon, retreat. Place the creature at the river. So the creature basically sneaks off to the river. So he just goes right to the river in the center of town. That's interesting. And now we have the Wolfman's going to activate, then it would be the Bride of Frankenstein, and then Dracula is our frenzied monster at the moment. And so we're going to have the Wolfman go. The Wolfman is going to move 1 space, rolling 3 dice. The Wolfman's down here in the crypt. He will move up to the Abbey. It's the only way he can go, heading towards our Inspector. And he's not going to roll any dice because he didn't get into a space with a villager or a hero. And then we don't have Bride of Frankenstein, and we have Dracula going next. Dracula's here. He only is going to be moving 1 space. He's 1-2 away from the Inspector, and much farther away from everyone else. So he's just going to move back to this location in the street. Once again, he's not going to do anything because he's not in a space with a villager or a character. And that's going to end off our inspector's turn. When we come back next, we're going to be having our mayor going. The mayor's got 5 actions. We have no perk cards for anybody. So let's figure out what we're going to do with the mayor. Alright, well the mayor's up here at the board with Lucy, who she's trying to get to the mansion. First action of 5, she's going to pick up all the items. So she's picking up the garlic, the dart, and the beaker full of bubbling, whatever that is. So she's got all of that. She has 6 items now. She's got 3 blue items, 2 red items, and a yellow item. That was her first of 5 actions. She has 4 actions remaining, and she really wants to get Lucy here to the mansion. So I think what she's going to do is just go 1, 2, 3. That's going to leave her 1 action. And she has successfully gotten Lucy to the mansion, which means Lucy's going to be removed from the board. And our mayor is going to get another perk card. And this perk card is the current player takes 2 additional actions. Okay. So she could give herself 2 additional actions right now. Or she could just maybe exchange items with... She can exchange items with our inspector if she wanted to, which might not be a bad idea. She could give the inspector... Actually, you know what she's going to do? She's going to give the inspector the 2 red items, the 5 and the 2, so that maybe our inspector can go down the crypt and crack that, smash Dracula's coffin, and the inspector will then give our mayor another blue item, so she can hopefully go and start getting the cure for the Wolfman back at the laboratory. And that would be the end of her actions. Does she want to have 2 more actions, though? I don't think she... I mean, if she gives herself 2 more actions, she can get to the shop, which is 1 away from the laboratory, which might not be a horrible thing to do. Is that what we want to do? I think actually we're going to do that. She's going to go ahead and spend her perk card right away. Current player takes 2 additional actions. She's going to give herself 2 actions. Skipping past Dracula, of course, you can move right through enemies without any issues. Ending her turn off at the shop. She's very close to the laboratory. She's got 4 items to research for the cure, which is awesome. And that's going to end off her player turn, the hero turn, and of course we have the lovely event card. And this time we're getting 2 tokens out on the board, so at least we get something back. And we're going to get something at the camp, a yellow. Oh, that is perfect. And wow, that's really lucky. And we also get garlic at the inn. Alright, so 2 items. And let's see what else we have now. Form of the Bat. Place Dracula in the space with the current player's hero. Oh dear. Well, Dracula just magically flies over to our mayor's location. Ooh. Oh, hang on, but this is all pretty good. We're not playing with the Mummy. We're not playing with the Bride of Frankenstein. We're not playing with the Invisible Man. So, nothing much happens as far as monster activation. It's just Dracula flew into the same location as our mayor. And that was it. That's the end of the mayor's turn. Up next, the professor. He's got 4 actions. He has 1 yellow item at the moment. And he is sitting up here in the camp. So let me do some thinking about what we want to do with the professor. Okay, well I think the first thing the professor is going to do, his action number 1, his special ability is he can move any villager or any hero 1 space. So his first action, he will pick up the yellow token at the camp. He has 2 of them now. Then he's going to spend 2 more, well he's going to spend 1 action immediately. And he's going to move the mayor. He's going to move the mayor right here to the laboratory. We've got to get the mayor in the laboratory because she's got to start working on the cure. He has 2 actions remaining. He will spend 2 yellow tokens in the camp to start moving the boat expedition. We know how that works. Let's go to the Creature from the Black Lagoon's board and move that boat 2 more times. Alright, so he's going to spend 1 more. He's going to spend 1 token to move the boat to the yellow. And then I guess we could have done probably blue or red. Well, we're going to spend the other one yellow, and the boat's going to move here. So the boat's getting closer to to the Creature from the Black Lagoon's lair. Of course, those tokens are just discarded. They don't go back in the bag. And back to the main board. I do believe that that's going to be the end of the Professor's actions. And we're going to go into the monster turn. Alright, so up last for our episode today will be the creature movement. Whoops, as I grab 2 cards. Let's not have 2 creature movements happen. Let's just have 1 event card. And we're gonna get 3 items out on the board. Well, that's good. We need as many items out there as we can possibly get. It helps us fend off the creatures and helps us locate them. So we get a pitchfork at the barn, appropriate. 2 more. We will get the strobe light at the precinct. And the precinct, where the heck was the precinct? As I look everywhere, it's right there. And lastly, we have another. We get an item right at the laboratory, which is perfect for our mayor trying to do the cure. All right, let's take a look at our rest of our card. We get another townsfolk out. Each the ethologist, of which I completely butchered that. Place Dr. Reed at the Institute. Alright, let's find Dr. Reed. Which one is Dr. Reed? Professor, nope, that's not Dr. Reed. There we go. Dr. Reed. We want to get him to the camp. So he starts out at the Institute. Holy man. Way down here. And he wants to get all the way to the camp. That is one heck of a trek to get all the way to the camp. Now let's see who activates. Well, the Creature from the Black Lagoon activates. Going to move 1 space. Creature from the Black Lagoon is here in the river. Going to move 1 space. He's 1-2 away from the Professor, 1-2 away from our Inspector. So the obvious place, he's going to just move right here. Once again, does not roll any dice because he's not in a space with a villager or a hero. And of course we have Dracula going again. Did I think I moved Dracula? Did I not move Dracula last time? I don't think we needed to, right? Wolfman, no, I think we did everything correctly. I hope I didn't mess anything up. So this time Dracula's going to move 1 space. Well, Dracula is only 1 space away from the mayor. Moves right into the laboratory with her. Going to be rolling 1 die, or sorry, going to be rolling 2 dice. Alright, this could get ugly, so we're going to roll 2 dice, and it is now the Professor's turn, so he might actually drag the Professor. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's roll 2 dice. He does get the exclamation point. So the blank, of course, does nothing. Exclamation point, what does that do? Let's take a look at Dracula's card and see what that's supposed to do for him. And I'm not sure just how well that's going to show up focus-wise, but it's Dark Charm. Place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. So he basically lures the Professor from the camp all the way over to the laboratory. And so the Professor, who is in the camp, gets lured by Dracula's charm to the laboratory, but there's no actual fighting and activities happening there. He just moves him right across the board. And we're going to zoom out, and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, trying to get everything in so we could just see at the top of the board we have the horror track. It's sitting at 1. If it gets to 7, we lose the game. We're doing okay. We still have an absolute ton of event cards to go through. If we have to draw an event card and we run out of them, we lose the game. We have the Professor now and the Mayor in the same spot, and we have the Investigator sitting in the mansion. Wolfman's here. Creature of the Black Lagoon there, and of course Dracula sitting in the laboratory as well. So that's going to be it for our playthrough for today. Thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation of Horrified. We're playing against We're playing against the Creature from Black Lagoon, Wolfman, and Dracula. Can we take them down? We've got the boat about halfway down the river. We have only 1 of the 6 pieces of the cure. We smashed 1 of 4 of Dracula's coffins. I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to do, but I guess we will find out in the next episode. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then.